Hi, welcome. Simon here. In this video, I'll be replacing a MacBook Pro cracked screen. The model of this is A2338. As you can see that the screen is cracked and it's all black. I don't see any display, but I do see pixelated lines running across the screen. Sometimes you can see it very visually, but right now it's really hard for you to see. But when I press on the screen, you can see that there's a line, funny lines coming across it. The entire screen is just cracked internally in the back. So you can see that when you tap on it, you can see the little funny color lines running across. All right, so I'll be replacing the screen here from start to finish. Hopefully that you guys can follow along the video and get this screen replaced by yourself at home. So I'll be holding down the power button to turn off the computer, unplug the charger, and close the screen down. Now, if you're not sure where to buy the replacement screen, I'll link it down in the description below. You can get it either from Best Buy or eBay. This is a full assembly, meaning that the screen comes with the entire set of it. So you have to buy the full assembly rather than just changing out the cracked screen. Okay, so I'm going to put the screen on the side here and jump right into the repair side of it. First thing first is to remove all the screws. We'll be using a Pentalope P5 screwdriver. Pentalope P5, the 2 screws on the top and 4 screws at the bottom. Okay, once all the screws are removed, let's go ahead and remove this back cover here. I'll be using a metal prying tool to stick in between that gap and get myself a slightly little gap and stick in this plastic prying tool. Now, some of the screen replacement company, they provide you the set of screwdriver and a repair kit like this. So this company does come with a screwdriver and suction cup and a plastic prying tool. I noticed that the plastic prying tool is a lot thicker, so you may have difficulty to get in between that back cover here, the gap here. So what you can do is you use a suction cup to try to suck up the thing and get yourself into the back panel. Now, earlier you hear that little pop. The pop is because there's no screw here on the side. So all it does is just to pop it open. When you hear the 2 pops, you just want to slide this back cover down. So I'm sliding it down at the same time I'm pushing the computer away from it, because this is the gap here where it slides into the computer. So you need to slide it out. And the popping part of it is right here. The two side clipper is clipping down to the computer here on the side. Okay, the next step is to disconnect the battery. Very straightforward. We have to remove this little plastic. Let's peel the plastic off and push this little plastic, and you can see that little clipper there. Open up the clipper, flip it open, disconnect, and slide the cable to your left to remove it. We have just disconnected the battery. Next is to get a Torx T3. Torx T3 is to remove the screws here. I'll be removing screws that are from here. I'm still using a Torx T3 screwdriver. remove the bracket. There's a piece of a bracket right here. You got to remove it. There's another bracket which is right here, and go ahead and disconnect the LCD cable. Next process is to remove all the Wi-Fi antenna small cables, and they are using a Pentalope P2 0.8. That is the size of this little star-shaped screwdriver. Okay, once our screws are removed, let's move on to the next step. I'll be using a Torx T5. Some of you guys commented it could be a Torx T4 because my screwdriver has been with me for so long that it may have worn out. So I'm using like one size bigger, T5, but some of you guys said that this is a T4, so I do not know. Please do your due diligence on this. There are 4 screws holding down the LCD board. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That are the 4 screws that you need to remove. Once that thing is done, let's disconnect the Wi-Fi here. So we need to peel this thing exposed. That's 1 screw. And the 2 Wi-Fi antenna. Stick it underneath and just peel that. Give it a little wiggle, and you're gonna slide that cable away from you through that tiny little hole and remove it. Next is to use the T8. 3 screws here on the left, 3 screws here on the right. That is to remove the screen. Just a quick shout out, if you are still interested to repair the screen by yourself, please make sure you check the link down description below where you can buy the screen. Also the replacement screwdriver, replacement screen, and the toolkit for this. Okay, so go ahead and open up the screen and then slide the connector out just like that, and slide this one out as well, and the entire screen will just come right off. So once the screen is off, get yourself a replacement screen here. And for those of you who has the hinge close all the way down like that, what you can do is to get one of the screwdriver, stick it in, and just gonna peel it back. So we need to have the hinge open, facing all the way in the back. At the same time, we need to have this thing ready. So this LCD board has to be sit on top of the laptop. So this thing's supposed to be sitting above and on top the laptop like that. Okay, they're supposed to be sitting on top. Now what you can do is to slide the hinge in to the gap on both sides. There's one here, and slide it in on the other side here. Okay, once both of them are in, what you want to do is get one of the Torx T8 screwdriver, the screws. Okay, get this, screwed it in, because we need to close the screen in order to complete the repair. So let's put the screw in. There's one on one side, and there's another one here on the other side of the screen. Okay, once it's closed, once it's installed, we can close it. Double check the flex cable, making sure that they are not clipped or pinched by the screen. So make sure they're free and ready to go. Come and finish up the remaining screws that is holding down the LCD screen. Once it's installed, let's go ahead and slide the Wi-Fi antennas back in the computer. So go through that little hole. There's a hole, you got to go through that hole and push it all the way in. And press in the middle. The middle has a little clipper that clips onto the Wi-Fi antenna. Okay, once you have the install, let's jump right into the bracket here. 2 screws holding down, 1 and 2. Okay, I'm going to jump into this tiny little tedious work, which is the Wi-Fi screws. And again, if you miss 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 5 or 6 screws, don't be panicked. I don't think the Wi-Fi need that many screws to hold it down. These screws here just to hold on the Wi-Fi, I think is overkill, and they're really tiny, small, tiny, and a lot of people may have stripped the screws or lost it. So it is okay to have missing screws for the Wi-Fi antenna. Once you're done with that, do not forget the little plastic bracket here with the 2 T3 screws. Okay, once they're in, install the Wi-Fi antenna. Just make sure that you do not force it in. So the connector is a 2 circular shape, and the connector just has to snap back into the motherboard. All you have to do is just make sure you align them properly and gently press it down. So the important key here is just to not force it in, but just to align them properly and gently press it in. So right now I'm having this difficulty to push in. Alright, so they both are in. For some reason today I have a huge difficulty to get it in, but just be patient, it will get in there. And now you just have to put the screw back in to hold it up, and this little plastic, if it's still sticky, and stick it back in. I'm going to flip this thing in, push it in like such, and then close this thing down while holding both of them at the same time. I'm going to have a T5 screwdriver because there are only 4 screws here to screw down the LCD screen board. This is the okay, one last screw. Using a Torx T3, have all this tiny little screw that goes back into the bracket. Sorry, that took a while because it wasn't going in for some reason. So I guess I'll be having I was going to say like missing one screw because It looks like that screw doesn't want to go in properly. There may have been a cross thread getting in. Like again, see, there's one of them are in nicely, but the other one is just like not going in that nice. Feels like cross thread or something. Okay, now let's connect the cable here. They're just like Lego. They snap right back into it. All you have to do is just gently press it down. Do not force all the way in. Well, the two pieces just snap. They just snap. I did not even tighten it hard. It just snapped well. Because that comes from the PCB board, which is not the original from Apple, which is a third party. I may have believed that the installation is just, the material might not be the greatest. But hopefully that connector would not come off. Like this connector here would not just pop out by itself. I'm just thinking to put a glue and glue it back in, but I don't think it's the right thing to do because it is super close to the connector. So I'm just going to leave it, trust the connector to hold them back together, and that little bracket here stopping from that flex cable to move around. So right now I'm just installing the battery flex cable. So slide it back to your right and close it down with the clipper. Once you have the install, and you have to slide it back in. And press in the middle to have that little clicker to clip back in, and right here in the center as well. Finish up with the screws. Please get ready your charger. You do need to have the charger to power back up the laptop because the laptop has disconnected from the battery. So right now the motherboard needs an adapter to power back up. Okay, once that is done, plug it in. We can see that the Apple logo is on. I'll make sure that, yep. So there you go, we have the entire screen. Everything looks great. There you have it. I'm going to shut it down. And computer is shutting down. So there you have it from start to finish. MacBook Pro A2338 screen replacement, full assembly. Okay, the screen is off. Check the link down in the description below, please, if you're interested to get this repair done by yourself at home. If you need the tools, you can buy the tools. Otherwise, use the one that they provide here for you guys. And if you do find this video is helpful, please go ahead and smash the like button for me. I really appreciate you for liking the video. Comment down below. I do read your comment and answer any of your questions. And if you want to show appreciation to support my work, my channel, please click on YouTube Super Thanks, which allow you to share your gratitude. Thanks for watching. Until next time, please take care and bye now.